Explorers of America. For many years, people believed that Europeans were the first to travel to America and that it was discovered by the Italian explorer Christopher Columbus. But in fact, many travelers had reached America before him. Some historians claim that sailors from China crossed the Pacific to Mexico in AD 460. According to others, although there is not enough evidence, Asians other than the Chinese crossed the Bering Strait to Alaska long before this date and moved through North America onto South America. Irish explorers may also have visited America in the 9th and 10th centuries. Irish people living in Iceland before the Norsemen, who came from Scandinavia, reached it in the 9th century. They may have sailed from Iceland to America after the Norsemen arrived in Iceland. The Norsemen themselves may also have visited America. We learn this from their stories. They were used to sailing long distances. Some Norse stories tell of a Norseman called Bjarni Herjolfsson, who visited North America in AD 986. Another Norseman named Leif Ericsson probably lived for a time in Newfoundland in Canada and returned to Greenland. However, the first Western explorer whose success we can be sure about was Christopher Columbus. He left Spain on August 3, 1492, and on October 12, he arrived in the Bahamas. Columbus thought he had arrived in the Indies, the name then used for Asia. That is why he called the people there Indians. He spent many weeks sailing around the Caribbean and then went back to Spain. He made several more voyages to the New World until 1504, though he never actually landed in North America. However, America was named after another Italian explorer, Amerigo Vespucci, who was a friend of Columbus's and who later explored the coastline of the New World. Amerigo Vespucci, 1451 to 1512, was a successful Florentine businessman and navigator who was knowledgeable in geography and cosmography. He was also the financial representative of the Medici, who were influential people in the 15th century. It was mainly for these reasons that he got involved in various expeditions at the time, made acquaintance of Columbus, and was of great help to him. Although he did not actually join in any of the Columbus expeditions, he was responsible for their organization. He obtained the ships and the necessary supplies, such as food. Vespucci's own expeditions took place at a later date. To find answers to the questions raised by Columbus's claims to have reached Asia by traveling west, Vespucci was employed by the Spanish and the Portuguese to organize new expeditions. The first of these was in 1499 to 1500, the second in 1501 to 1502. During these expeditions, he traveled down the South American coastline from Venezuela to Brazil and discovered the mouth of the Amazon River, which received plenty of attention. Although Columbus is considered the most important explorer of all times, he could not achieve what Vespucci did. Vespucci proved that America was a new continent and not a part of Asia. For this reason, the continent was named America after him in 1507.